I've no qualms about the quality of the content. I've always enjoyed reading it myself.
Don't tell our writers that. Their egos are big enough as it is.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. You must have caught me riding on the outskirts.
Since apologizing for what can't be helped, we made it here safely. That's what matters.
People don't always know their own minds. Got to keep them safe, that's all.
You'll not find any fear-mongering here.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do support Lord Gortash's campaign. For several reasons.
Standard procedure. Gortash just wants to make sure that there's no misinformation.
The truth is the truth. We trust our readers to make up their own minds.
I've no qualms about the quality of the content. I've always enjoyed reading it myself.
Don't tell our writers that. Their egos are big enough as it is.
Burn my son's clothes. But I've nothing else for him to wear.
Plenty of donations. I'm sure you'll find something that fits.
You'll not find any fear-mongering here.
Paper's printing right now.
I've no qualms about the quality of the content. I've always enjoyed reading it myself.
Don't tell our writers that. Their egos are big enough as it is.
procedure. Gortash just wants to make sure that there's no misunderstanding.
Well, well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story. Oh, we have plenty of ink. Enough to cover all your misadventures in the trafficking refugees into... The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be... Oh, really? Oh, I'm all ears. My quill dipped, dunked, and ready to tell the world whatever you wish. Oh, I know plenty. The headlines are loaded now. Guards! I believe our distinguished guest...
Fear-mongering here. We're an honest occupation.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear?
Donkey ding! You ruin everything! Anything you want to say? Don't you snarl at me, you nasty cow!
Any complaints will be handled after you turn your animals over to the care of the Tuckle Council.
What is that gonna do us?
Ding dang dong! Your stench is strong. Anything you want to say? Hey, you're not supposed to know that. Eat dirt.
Not like we can even turn around and leave now. Absolute tenders.
By order of Lord
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. How is such an overrated question. It's the who and the why that matter, darling. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to. You are quite correct. The best broadsheet around. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. If I told you, you'd lose the fun of reading it yourself. It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you. I bet you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
all animals must be trained. Finish with
the execution of Florig, convicted traitor and seditionist, has been delayed for an indeterminate time.
Any complaints will be handled after you turn your animals to the care of the Ducal Council.
What good is that gonna do us? How are we gonna support ourselves?
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers. By then, it will be too late. I can't help the dead, but I can warn the living. Stay the path and obey the law, and you have nothing to fear.
I just hope somewhere has good northern beer. Don't think I'll be able to sleep without a decent drink.
Stay calm. Warning you. She was on the list.
You do realise we can't stay here forever, don't you? Those walls might slow the army of the Absolute down, but they'll get through them sooner or later.
Let's take it one day at a time, eh? You might feel differently after some filth and rest.
Fools! The pair of you. Just be ready to leave when the time comes. Or preferably before.
My friend's niece. Let her go.
Chap, I know you're hurting, but it won't bring her back, will it?
Tells us otherwise.
I know it won't.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice, adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy hells.
You do not call upon the sisters. They come when the hells demand witness.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. Yet no contract is ended without sacrifice, Will. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
You damned wretch. Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat Ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Twice Mazoras held my feet to the fire, and twice was I burnt. But my father will live. We will return the Grand Duke to his people. And forever a devil's leash will choke me. Sometimes, fate closes a door for good. The bolt is fastened, the key is destroyed, and the wish is forever locked away. The hells will take my soul. I'll make my peace with it. I have once already, after all. Besides, there's no time to wallow in self-pity. More than anything, I'm elated that there's hope yet for my father. We should hurry to this mystery prison and retrieve my father before Mazora tries pulling more tricks. This prison's in the lower city. Let's move. We will knock him out if we need to, or restrain.
Your skull vibrates in concord with the astral prism.
Bring me to your Duke. I will shield him, as I shield you.
Why would you do that?
Better to bring him into the fold than to leave you distracted by regret.
Well then, I'm not about to say no. Anything more we should discuss?
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil. The pup dug his own hole, darling. I merely supplied the claws. I've always been the giving type, after all. To wit, go to Gortash's secret prison, and I'll help you spring Will's daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot, but that would make Will's sacrifice worthless, and I know you wouldn't want that. Focus on the elder brain. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details. Will's a gifted hunter, and Zariel's made her share of enemies in and out of the Hells. Devils, demons, deserters. They're a great burden on the Lord of the First. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. The clause still holds. As long as Will doesn't tug on my leash, he'll be stalking only the wickedest prey. It's a win-win. You have the best ideas. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters. How I adore it. The delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all.
I figured it out. Exactly what I want to do with you. I want to go on a date. A first date. No weapons, no monsters, no mysterious voices. Just you and me and dinner.
Please say yes.
Yes! Oh, amazing. Put on your least bloody tunic and meet me back here. Oh, I'm so excited! Give me a beat to run ahead. I want to make sure everything's absolutely perfect. See you there. Hi. Hi!
You made it. You look nice. Thank you. Baldurian seafood stew. No, thank you. What do you think you'll have? Just what I had in mind.
Huh?
2 of the Rothe ribs, please. And 2 glasses of... And 2 glasses of beer.
Will gave up freedom to save his father. I will never understand people like that.